everybody, welcome back to this week's episode of Embrace Your Uniqueness. This week we're going to set ourselves up for a social media detox. Are you feeling it? Are you needing it? Are you wanting it? Are you just curious about maybe the possibility of living without the social media dark cloud hanging over your head? We have to become brave enough to challenge ourselves. We have to become bold when sharing our special story. We all have something special inside. Are we willing and able to make the stand and say, yes, this is the life that's worth fighting for? And before we get into all that, I just quickly want to say thank you so much for supporting this channel. Make sure that you're subscribing to this channel. That's why I can get to you. You don't have to look for me. You can be notified by my weekly videos. This is a place all about self-love, self-understanding, self-acceptance, and that growth-minded mindset that we're going to need in order to really become the best version of ourselves and achieve those big goals and dreams. Embracing your uniqueness is all about your redevelopment of a relationship with yourself. And in a time now more than ever with social media needs and pressures and all of like the nonsense that's out there of continually pushing you to be online and exposed and overexposed and consciously tapped into this platform, that platform, and sharing and liking, and it's just we're pulled so thin, and one of the things that's happening, I believe, in our worlds is that we're losing that relationship we have with ourselves and our own. Without that relationship we have with ourselves, we're starting to lose track of where we want to go in this world, what we want, what the dreams that we want, what we want to achieve in the family or the community or the friendships or the relationships you want to build, hold, and secure. And that's all personal development because it starts with how you view yourself. And remember that, the battle is up here. It's always going to be in the mind. And I've learned this over time that, this is the battleground. And what you think about yourself and what you say about yourself it's like this hidden little game that just drives at you. And, if you don't pay attention and if you're not disciplined and if you're not really tapped in and tuned into how you are treating yourself and talking about yourself and thinking about yourself and just holding that, priority towards having a strong relationship with yourself, things get to slip and you start letting outside forces in and you start living a life that you're trying to appease everyone and you're not confident and you're not building that confidence from within, and you will find yourself flailing a little bit. Maybe it starts out as a little bit, maybe next thing you know, you have one of those moments where you wake up and you look around and you're like, how is this my life? Not sure I planned this. Not sure this life is going my way. Like I'm not doing what I want to do. I'm not being the person that I want to be. I'm not being viewed as the person in the world that I want to be seen as. And I really believe it starts with that personal development journey. And so embrace your uniqueness. You have a special gift inside. You have a reason for being here. And what brings me to this idea of social media detox is, let's face it. I mean, how many times, maybe you're in a place where you're on social media all the time. And, are you at that place where you're constantly telling people, I don't even know why I'm on Facebook or MetaFace, whatever it's called right now, Instagram, TikTok, whatever the nonsense, social media app. You just tell people like, I don't even know why I go on this. It doesn't make me feel good. I go on, I'm laying there in bed and I scroll and scroll and scroll and scroll and scroll. And it's like, it doesn't do anything for me, but yet I'm so addicted to it. And you go on and you see posts that like, just everything's so like angry or divisive, and it's just all about like who's hot, who's sexy, or who's got this political views, or who's misinformed, and you're so misinformed, and I'm so misinformed, and you don't look as good as me, and you don't have the vacations like I have, and you don't have this, and there's all this tension building up. And so when you go on, you release the control to this entity that just like pulls you in. And we have to remember, these billionaires, they're creating these platforms as a drug, and they're using techniques, and they're using ways to manipulate your natural mind to make you addicted to the feel-good feeling when someone likes or reacts to one of your pictures or your post, and they notify you, and you get that good feeling, and you have the blue thumbs up or the smiley faces and all this stuff. And and the whole goal is to get, popular on Instagram or, get social media famous. And it's like, it's so immature, and it's it has no weight to it, and it's this arbitrary like nonsense. It's like sitting at a slot machine and just like sitting there pulling a lever and just watching that motion over and over and over again, and it's meant to keep you locked in. It doesn't pay attention to how it's making us feel as people and individuals. And more what's coming out is that, Instagram and Facebook and social media, TikTok, has a lot of dangerous aspects to it, especially to the youth, especially to the young women out there that are just falling victim to just the comparative, aggressive, just over disgusting like way of treating yourself. And it's under this like, well, be yourself, be cool, be liked, be unique, be awesome. But like, it's disgusting. It should have warning labels on it. Like, are you at that point where you're ready to get rid of it? But my disclaimer to you is this: before you are about to get rid of social media, don't just rip it out of your life and have nothing to replace it. I mean, treat this as like an addictive drug or something that you like, weight loss, or, if you want to stop drinking for a while, or anything that you want to, like a bad habit, think of it as a bad habit. You have to have a game plan going into your detox. So let's just have a challenge. And maybe next week we start the challenge. If you're willing to join with me, go ahead and leave a comment below down there in the video comments. That'd be awesome. Join in, embrace your uniqueness, and say, I want to challenge myself. And let's do it for 30 days. Can you do it for 30 days? I've been living without social media for a while now, and I absolutely love it. But I'm just going to help you, and I'm encouraging people to get started. But let's have a week, let's start this maybe next week, but have some time. And I think one thing that you can really do to really set yourself up for success is give yourself some whys. Why are you doing it? And what are you looking to gain from it? And also have things that you want to replace, those urge moments when you would usually, like those nights you're laying on bed and you usually pick up your phone and you start scrolling through, Facebook or TikTok or whatever. You got to have a game plan. You can't just like walk into this willy-nilly, because believe me, these apps are created by really, really greedy people that are willing and able to do anything and everything it takes to make sure that you have a little flickering light in your head that says, don't forget me. Are you feeling left out? You can't live without me. You need this, you need this, you need this. And it's all BS. And it's truly just nonsense. And you can break free from it. And I will tell you that if you can do 30 days away from social media, you're going to see so many great values from it. And you're going to just say, you know what? I don't even need it. I don't need to log on. I don't need all the people telling me, what about the friends that you haven't seen since high school, and they don't live around you anymore? You can connect with them. Just let it all go. You'll find people, you'll reconnect with the people that you're meant to reconnect with in this world. And if you're not to have that relationship, it won't happen. And that's okay. You are here to learn and develop and become the best version of yourself. You are here to grow and cultivate communities and relationships in the neighborhoods around you and the things that you can tangibly touch right now. And if you can tap into that and be confident in that, whatever mark you make in the world that you are in, that is amazing. And that is great enough. And that is enough. And by being the best version of yourself and working towards the best version of yourself, that is truly enough. And you are enough. And you don't have to be everything to everyone. And that is a misconception. And there's a lot of pressures for you to be something to everyone. And it doesn't work out. So I encourage you to go ahead and detox yourself from social media. If you find yourself talking about, you're down talking, you try to downplay, you're hiding your addiction, you're living a lie a little bit, and in the back of your mind you're way more addicted than you are. Let's step up. Actions speak louder than words. Stop telling everyone, oh, you hate Facebook, but you're on it every night. Stop telling everybody how much your life would be better without it. Just go for it. Give it a shot. But I'm telling you, by going for it and giving it a good shot, make sure you're prepared. Make sure you're set up. Find your whys. Find your reasons why you're letting go of it. Really hold on to the idea that, it doesn't make me feel good. And if that's what it feels like, then that's truth. And that feels great to know that it doesn't make you feel good and it's not for you, and that you're not less of a person because you're not connected to something, and you're not going to be, you're not going to be undiscovered and forgot about and just hidden into the world, because you're not pushing your agenda out into the world. And we're going to start learning over time that less is more, and it's quality over quantity, and it's the lives you touch, and it's the person you become, and it's the disciplines and the structure and the goals, and the more you can do and the more you can achieve when we're not wasting time. Let's stop feeding the machine. Let's break away from social media. Let's encourage each other to be more of an inclusive, independent thinking, welcoming, open-minded society, and let's embrace our uniquenesses. Let's take that challenge. Let's take it to the max and say, you know what? I want to redevelop that relationship with myself, because if I do that, if I hold that to a high priority in my life, I know I can be a better person to everyone else around me. And by self-loving, self-understanding, and self-accepting, and having that self-minded, growth-minded mindset, I know I can do what I want in this life and be comfortable knowing that I'm working towards the best version of myself. And ultimately, that is going to give me the confidence I want, the emotional support that I want. Maybe it's going to allow me to achieve things that might seem out there too far on the horizon currently, but I can work towards things. And if we move systematically with discipline and dedication, we can achieve anything. This channel is for us to help each other. It's not just for me, and it's not just like solely for you out there. It's for all of us, but to join together. And the best way we can do that is by, one, subscribing to this channel, liking this video so it reaches more people, and leaving comments. People read your comments. People want to hear from you. People want to hear your stories. So thank you so much again for tuning in. Let's start up our detox next week. But until then, why don't we take some time together, write down what you're going to be, the reasons why you want to leave social media, what you're working for, and maybe some things that you can do to make sure that you don't fall back into it or miss it any more than you're going to miss it. Believe me, it's going to be like a day or two. It's a band-aid. Rip it off. You won't even think about it. Delete it off your phone. Go through the processes of deleting it off of your, deleting your accounts or whatever when you feel ready to do it. I encourage you to do it, and I look forward to hearing from you. Thanks again.